This isn't just a movie. This is the kind of history they tried to bury, and it had me straight up yelling at the screen. Rosewood shows how a thriving black town was burned to the ground by white mobs in 1923. It's violent, infuriating, and horrifyingly real. Let's get into what happened and why it still hits hard today. The movie starts in Rosewood, Florida on December 31st, 1922. Black folks own the town, living good, minding their own business. Meanwhile, Sumner, the neighboring white town, is full of racist trash, barely getting by. We meet Sylvester, his mama Sarah, Scrappy the school teacher, and Mr. Man, a stranger who rides into town, sees it's a black-owned paradise, and sticks around thinking maybe life can be decent here. Shit hits the fan fast. A lying-ass white woman in Sumner gets her ass beat by her side piece. But instead of handling her dirty laundry, she screams that a black man attacked her. She kicks off a full-blown racist frenzy without a second thought. The white men form a mob immediately, because of course they do. They drag Sam Carter, a black mason and blacksmith, out into the woods, beat the shit out of him, torture him, and hang him, because that's how little it took for these degenerates to kill somebody. Then they shift gears and blame Sylvester. Why? Because he's a black man with a piano and a decent house. That's it. Jealousy and pure racist bullshit. Sylvester holds it down as long as he can. When the mob rolls up at his house, he tells his family to stay low. His mama, Sarah, tries to talk them down like there's some humanity left in them, and they shoot her dead without blinking. Victim number 2. Because doing the right thing don't mean shit when you're dealing with animals. Sylvester fires back and drops 2 white men in self-defense, but that just sends the mob into full lunatic mode. They regroup, rearm, and start burning Rosewood, house by house, shooting anything that moves. Mr. Man tries to bounce at first. Can't blame him. They were gunning for any black face they didn't know. He ends up staying when he realizes the kids and women are sitting ducks. While the women and children hide in the woods, scared shitless, the white mobs keeps pushing. Now the Klan shows up too, because why the fuck not? Meanwhile, Scrappy and the women are trying to keep 50 plus kids alive out in the swamp. No food, no water, dogs barking in the distance. It's a nightmare. Mr. Wright, the only white man in Rosewood, helps sneak them to a train. But getting there ain't easy. Mr. Man literally gets captured, strung up, blamed for assaulting the white woman, and it's all based on that skank's lie. But he manages to free himself. They drag the kids to the train just in time. Gunfire everywhere. Screaming. One dumb kid almost gets left behind, but Mr. Man grabs him up at the last second. The train hauls ass out of there, while white men keep shooting at anything left behind. Sylvester faked his death by hiding in his mom's coffin, because that's the kind of survival tactics you needed when dealing with these sick animals. Mr. Man and Sylvester ride out. Rosewood burns to the ground. Those families lost everything because one lying piece of trash couldn't own her own shit. Decades later, in 1994, after way too long, the Florida government finally admits they screwed up and gives reparations to the survivors and their families. Only because a few brave kids, now grown, testified and one white citizen backed them up. The official death toll says 6 black folks and 2 white men, but the survivors say it's more like 40 to 150 black people slaughtered. The state covered it up for 60 plus years, all because a lying white woman couldn't keep her damn mouth or legs shut. And that's the end of the movie. Here are my final thoughts. Okay, I just want to say that I made a whole entire video recapping the movie scene by scene, but of course, YouTube flagged it. So I had to recreate it into this shorter version that basically would get the basics of the movie. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to either create a Patreon or something like that where you can watch the full recap without having to worry about the copyright claims on YouTube. Anyways, some things from this movie that I found interesting. For one, I didn't like how the dark-skinned lady was portrayed as the mistress and only there for sexual pleasure of Mr. Wright. And the light-skinned women were like the desirable, wifely type of women. I don't know if they did that intentionally or not. I tried to look up to see if the little boy's mama was actually light-skinned, and of course I didn't find anything to see exactly what her skin color was, but they ain't slick when they threw that in there. Another thing I didn't like was the whole white savior thing, how Mr. Wright came in at the end and basically if it wasn't for him that the kids wouldn't have gotten away. There's nothing in the history books or anything about this that said that the white man that owned the store was the reason why they got out of the town. But movie-wise, this was a very visual actual movie, and they did a really good job of telling a story that few know the full information on. I tried to look up to see what actually happened to the white lady that told a lie, but not too much information was given or that it's known about her. So I'm going to assume that she's kind of like the woman that lied on Emmett Till and was able to live the rest of her life on without any issues or concerns. But this is a long movie. It's like 2 hours. So if you do watch it, just know you're going to be triggered and entertained at the same time. You're going to come out learning a lesson about history that you may not have known, although it is theatrical in nature. It is based on a true story. But that's it for this recap on this movie. Sorry for the different formats, but YouTube had me tripping. If you have any recaps or reactions you would like to see in the future, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.